Granny, you is silk like a spider. Roll or die, you bet I'm a rider.
Welcome back to another episode of the 10-Day Cave Story Play. In every way that we want to say, it's time to lock in. I know it's been a minute since I've done one of these lock-in episodes for you guys, but I believe now is the perfect time to perfect shine. You know, we just finished version 4. As you can clearly see here, I got 4 stars on both my characters. And we're starting version 5 probably sometime in June here. But since we are at the occasion that we're at, you know, finishing this version, I feel like it's a good time to enlist you guys into the battle that I've been fighting this entire time behind the scenes. Of course, we can't really be behind the scenes anymore. We got to really tell people what the plan is, what the altercations involve, what the world is giving us. But before we do that, and I enlist you into the 10-day musician, YouTube, internet, AI struggle, we're going to get into what 10-day is. Of course, we got to explain 10-day, 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 10-day. 10-day is a day on Dragon Quest that they celebrate because it is Dragon Quest 10. Whoa, what? X meaning 10? Yes, exactly. And on this day of days, you can get multiple prizes that are incredibly helpful. The main one being the present ticket, which we're going to go to a random town. There's always going to be one town, one of the beginning towns that has this NPC that's going to give you an awesome gift called the present ticket that you can exchange for many accessories and, you know, stat boosting items, progression items, and the like. But every 10-day, you also have what we're doing here today being the magic maze, where you can go in, you can fight a boss, and get another free coin to fight another boss, which is usually going to be timed and super powerful. They usually have up to the most recent bosses up there just for grabs, for free. And these are coins that are very hard to get. You basically just have to play the lottery to get them, or do some random finagling wangling by getting them from the game, or, you know, from some NPCs that are in the Magic Maze as well. But essentially, what we're doing here is we're going to grab that. We're going to grab the item here in the maze, and then lastly, we're going to grab our presents, which are basically our chance to get an accessory or some Yggdrasil leaves by rolling the dice, and a bunch of mini medals from Ethan Village. And so yes, you can only do these quests once you make it to version 4. Once you've made it to version 4, somewhere in the middle of the version, you'll be able to do these quest lines. I believe, actually, right at the beginning of the version, because that's when you have Ethan Village basically unlocked. So you basically have to pass version 3, then you'll be able to do all of the 10-day activities, although you can get your present ticket, which is the main thing, as soon as you start the game. So remember, guys, every 10th day of the month, definitely grab these things. The day resets at 6 a.m. in Japan, which is usually 5 or 4 EST, which is my time zone. But you got to remember, Japan, in most Asian countries, they don't do the whole daylight savings switching over time thing. So it's going to be 1 hour off depending on which side of the daylight savings zone you are on. So for me, I have to remember on 10-day, I have to do it before 5, or conversely probably 4 p.m. But that is all we have for gameplay. Also, yeah, cat coins. Cat coins are cheaper, but that's something that you don't really need to worry about unless you're gunning for a specific pet. But yes, guys, it's a battle. It's an eternal war to be the best of the best, to be the greatest thing you can in this world. And I assure you, I'm fighting the goodest fight that I can, but I need your help. And that's why we're enlisting today. This is a 10-day enlisted where I will break down for you what we are trying to do with AI and the world, and of course, these crazy music corporations. So of course, I'm going to compare it all to RPGs and Dragon Quest, because the Dragon Quest is just basically the main RPG of life. It's Dungeons and Dragons, but it looks cute and adorable and Dragon Ball Z like, and I really like the music style, and it's iconic. And that's basically all I can say to describe it to you without spoiling the entirety of the series. But What I will say is it compares a lot to what we have going on here as far as the music industry, as far as the art industry, as far as AI and technology goes. It's breaking us all down piece by piece, layer by layer. And how it's doing it is by co-opting and basically getting rid of high quality music and in favor of shit that just plays and can be played at any point and can be made at any point and can be so disposable. And it's basically like getting rid of your paper towels to only have unlimited amounts of toilet paper everywhere. And it's like this, it's okay, but it's not good for a lot of situations, honestly. It's just so much less with more effort. And that's what we're slowly figuring out, that of course it's a lot. Of course it can be made super fast, but it's so much less of an impact on the people. It doesn't really matter to them too much. And guys, I know for a fact that just simply, buckling down and creating good art is not enough. It needs to attack them. And where can they be attacked? Yes, that is right, my friends, in the wallets. And of course, we need to be fast, quick, rushed, beautifully executed, so that we get in and get out like box house murderers. I don't even know what that is, but I suppose the box house could be a reference to something of some random sort. Also, it's so funny. This is an aside. It's so funny that I notice that these random mouth sounds that people are suddenly making are just like so annoying to me. And then I'm watching my videos back and I'm realizing I'm making the same mouth sounds. So I don't know why I'm suddenly becoming annoyed by my favorite content creators, ergo Smugalana and Frostbite, for making like the easiest to like read or to make just automatically mouth sounds. But it is happening to me. So I'm like, I don't know. It might be time to take a break. And cool it on the content creators that we love to watch so much. Maybe cool it on watching content creators as much at all, because it's been to a place where I have stopped really watching YouTube besides working and finding topics to talk about on these videos. And I've stopped sort of watching anime and Netflix and stuff, and I just basically only, like, for pleasure to eat and stuff, I just basically watch streams, which is so dangerous. But I suppose I just love living on the dangerous side. I don't know why. But yeah, I understand it's a little bit weird, but that is what it is. And what you need to realize is that the world will be how it is. But there are certain things that we can do to change it. So let's jump back to the enlisting here, that random topic. There are certain things that we can do to change the fact that the music industry is actively destroying artistry and people who like to make art in general. I'm not saying that, not just making it will do the job, but what I'm doing is a little bit more, let's say, sniper shot method, more pinpointed, okay? So, of course, I have to explain our enemies first of all. It is 4 major record label and music licensing companies. The 4 main ones, or sometimes even called the Big 3, because there's one big boss that just hovers over everything and fucking swallows the goddamn universe. And that is UMG. UMG is at the top. Universal is basically, it's universal, man. It's universal. UMG covers all of your listening music. So that's the Spotify's and all that shit. And then there's Sony. And then there are Warner Bros, which of course cover video games and movies. And then there's the secret one that nobody really realizes even exists, of BMG. BMG. Sounds like a freaking gun from Doom. But yes, they control everything else. The commercials, the in and outs music from stores and stuff, and a lot of AI through all of these guys. So you have to realize, people, that the world is not how it seems, and we are not safe. We are not safe. My friends, my enemies, my compadres, it is a crazy world that we are living in. And as far as music goes, you are not going to be able to beat these companies. These corporations have your balls in a vice grip, okay? And because of that, if you're not moving through them, you're moving against them music-wise, okay? There's a reason why I have it separated, the little, ones at the top here. It's the weekly inspirations, and then I have the people that actually, matter and that I want to grow at the bottom. Thank you. Yes, weekly inspirations, you're just there. Thank you. Completely different. Now, I know some of the people up there that I use music of are not part of these record label companies, not part of the UMGs or the BMGs or the whatever. And they usually don't copyright claim me. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure a lot of them that don't just don't have the means or the automatic AI system to claim me. But because I am doing these mashups every time, I just tell them, this is part of my universe. This is the mashup. This is me. You cannot take this. You cannot steal this. You cannot recreate this. You cannot copy this. This is basically my radio show. And so by creating this musical universe, eventually by making enough, we can overtake the entire universe of the music industry. All I need is more inspiration, more love, more intaking, you know what I'm saying? I need to become more without becoming more. And to do that, I just need more people on my side. I need eyes, I need watchful and deceitful eyes, of course, because the deceit fuels the love and the love fuels the deceit. And you have it like a revolving door almost, because the thing is, nothing's really gonna bring you light like giving to another. And that's all I'm really here to do. I'm here to give you the good entertainment, you know, the stuff to put you to sleep. This stuff's supposed to amp you up. Whatever I do is a reflection of my heart at the time. And right now, my heart is telling me that it's time to freaking move. It's time to annihilate the competition and go where nobody has gone before, okay? And I believe this music thing is disgusting. If you're not a part of the YouTube gang who's been fighting with us, then I assume that you're fighting against us. But the crazy thing about it is that there's really no choice, because YouTube will enlist you in the battle. They will grab your content. They will copyright strike it, and we need to fight against this retarded scene. This scenario should not be right, and it shouldn't be able to be used and abused by anyone who basically knows how to impersonate a company, which is incredibly easy if you just create some bullshit business ID and a random John Doe name, okay? You don't even need to be a hacker, really, and it's insane how you can even do this by not being the company and just being some loser who did a let's play of a Nintendo game and then copyright claims another video because it has the same music as the one in my video. And of course, this is a live stream and they can't really verify it. It's really, really dumb. So because of scenarios like that, I feel like doing this and fighting against it in my own way is how we essentially get this back on track and get more and more people to realize that the world does not revolve around the bullshit that a lot of people think that comes with the territory of owning a YouTube channel or owning a business or trying to get something off of the ground. Okay, it doesn't have to be like that, because you know what? In the future, we're all gonna have to do this. Every person, every soul that wants to prosper is going to have to go through this trial of breaking above the ground. And I don't want it to live like this. I don't want it to be like this forever. And if I want to take a stand against it, this is, I don't want to say the first step, because I've been going at this for a while. This is a mid step. We have basically entered the qualifying season, and we're almost done. We're almost qualified, baby. Okay, so what I need you guys to do is simply spread the love, you know, spread the word in whatever way you can. If you want to sub to the channel, sub to the channel. If you want to like the video so that more people see it, go ahead and like the video. I know on mobile, sometimes you get the chance to hype. Why not hype it? But guys, what we need to do is fight back by creating our own art in our own way, in our own essence, and not being afraid to show what we really love and where we really want to put our dollars, our attention, our funds, our money. And that's in something that doesn't lack soul. We need that soul. We need the really, really beautiful visions of money and grandeur that were promised to us. And if we keep going along this path, nobody's gonna get that shit, okay? It's not just like, oh no, some people are gonna miss the wave that don't do that. No. Even people like me who are doing this crazy huge project, nobody's going to get up to the top. And nobody wants that. At least I don't. I wish you two the best, and I will catch you guys next time.
Your fingers